useful up on the channel for a change. I've done a few tutorials in the past, and now it's time to start doing them again. So, in this little tutorial, I'll show you how to farm those rare materials that you're after, in particular for, well, for me, for my ASP ASP Explorer. I've already done a few bits and pieces with it, but I just want to show you how I go about getting those rare engineering materials, and you can get them all in one spot. And it's not just rare materials, it's also those rare data items as well. So I thought we'd show you how to do it. Now, I'm currently in a system with some nice bright stars, and what I'll do is I'll give you the coordinates of the planet, the system name obviously, and all that good stuff. So, first thing we need to do is just check that the live stream is working. I'm sure it is, but want to make sure. Yes, it is. Um, so there is a planet in Elite Dangerous, which has a base, and I've got it bookmarked. So if we just go to the galaxy map for a second, I'm just out doing a bit of exploring at the moment, but I need to get some more materials because I'm still not happy with my ship. It needs a lot more engineering yet, but there is this place here. It's called Hobbs Hope, and that's the name of the base on the planet, and the coordinates are 44.8 and minus 31.3. So if I select that, I shouldn't be too far away. Or yeah, I should be able to do that in one jump. And what we'll do is we'll go into there, and I'll show you the planet, and we'll go down and farm some materials. So not do you just get materials, but you also get data as well. There's a data point that you can also farm, and it's all in one comfy little base. It involves a bit of relogging, but who likes to keep on grinding away when you can just go to one place and farm it all in one handy spot? So I like to show you from beginning to start, so I'm just jumping to the system now, and if you look on the bottom left, you'll see the system name when we get there. So it's Hyades sector DR-V C2-23, and the planet we want is A5. Okay, which is that planet there. When we get to that planet, we need to land on the surface, and we will go to a little place that has all of the rare materials that you need. And these are like the manufactured materials that are normally quite hard to find. Or is it going to be the loop of shame? Let's hope not. A little wiggle stops us going right around the planet. Okay. So always the tricky part is finding the coordinates. It's always a pain for me. I don't know how you guys get on with it, and girls of course. But we'll go down, and you'll see there's no smoke and mirrors here. I'm just going to go to Hobbs Hope and find the base, and at that base multiple materials will spawn, and basically just do circuits, and you can just spend an hour down here doing your circuits and picking up the data and commodities. Oh, it's marked on my map, fantastic. I think that's because I've been there before. Oh, it's called Dav's Hope. That's strange. Okay, I'm going to have to do some further investigation on that, because the signal says Dav's Hope, but the base doesn't. And it didn't show up on my scanner last time I was here. That's interesting. Maybe it only shows up after the first time you've been there. Well, that makes it easier for me to get to the coordinates, but you'll see on my heads-up display, we should end up at the same coordinates, and this is unless there's two bases that spawn materials. So on approach we go, This is the boring bit. So we are live. There's no one really watching at the moment, which is no surprise, but this will be recorded so people can watch back later. If anyone does pop on, obviously feel free to ask a question, but at the moment I don't believe anyone's watching apart from one person, so hello you. Am I just gonna go to the coordinates? In this case I actually have a point of interest already highlighted, which really saves me some time. Handy to know. If you come back after the first visit, it should already be a point of interest for you to target, which makes finding it and locating it via the coordinates a lot easier. And so here we go. Well, this is nice and handy, isn't it? So my Explorer at the moment has got a maximum jump range of 53 light years. I need to do more engineering on it, and this is where I'm coming to get the materials that I need. Simple as that, really. So there's the base. I'm still mastering the PS4 controls. I'm used to PC Thrustmeister and all that good stuff. Thrustmaster. So anyway, we landed the base. Where has it gone? Am I actually landing on top of it here? Oh no, it's down there. That's right then. Okay, fair enough. Let's get down. Put the landing gear down would help. And this. Now notice that the. Whoa, that's a rough landing. I told you I was mastering the controls. It's because I've got alternate controls. I'll get down. For my landing gear. Okay, let's get in the SRV. So now it says the point of interest is called Dav's Hope, but when we go and look at the signpost, you'll see that it's actually called something different. I don't know if that's a bug. Minor detail though, really. So we're just about to go and explore the base now, and this is where you get all your materials from. So let's get the handbrake off. And around the outside of here, you'll find this base. Now, the point of interest definitely said Dav's Hope, but if we drive up here, this is the route I recommend you take. Go down through the middle of the base. First time you're here, there's lots of data points you can scan. I've already scanned them, so you just get that. But anyway, if you head up towards the top where this banner is, it's called Dav's Hope, this point of interest. My driving will get better, but if you look at the banner, it says Hobbs Hope. Anyway, makes no difference. This is where I recommend you start your circuit to collect your materials and data. Now you get your data, and this is the rare data items from this data point. So into your turret, select the data point and scan it, and let's see what rare data we get. Cracked industrial firmware, classified scan data bytes, specialized legacy firmware. Thank you very much. Lovely. Right, once you've got your data scan, you make yourself round in a circuit, and what you'll find on the ground is randomly spawned rare materials, and these are manufactured. So let's open my cargo scoop, so that's high density composites. Each pickup is worth 3 of those particular materials. And we just drive around in this loop, selecting compound shielding. I've already done the data points, so I'm not going to try and scan them now and bore you to death, but anyone can go and scan the data points. But as you drive this circuit, you will find the rare items sat on the floor to be picked up. And you just drive around, picking them up. And it's a full circuit. You come round here, what have we got there? Conductive polymers. These are all the rare items that you need for engineers, for doing your engineering, whether it be weapons, FSD, and obviously me, I'm after FSD components, so things like chemical manipulators and things like that will spawn here. There's a massive list of things that spawn. They're all rare, or most of them are, and it's just a case of doing your circuits and loops. But no one's mentioned the data items that you get as well. Expecting something around here somewhere. Maybe not. Okay, so that's one loop of the circuit. And so it's back round to this data point again, and this is where you get your rare data. And no one's mentioned this in any tutorials, but this data point is really handy. So we've done a full circuit, so it's time to log off and go back into solo, and we do another circuit. Now if you are watching live, obviously you can rewind and see how I got here. I'm just going to start back in solo mode again and do another circuit. And basically you can just spend an hour at this base picking up your data items and rare commodities, and then that's you done. So back to the data point. Now we've got a whole host of nice juicy data from the last one, all the rare data items. I'll scan it again and see what we get this time. Modified consumer firmware. Huh. Not quite as good as the last time. And then we just start the circuit again. Open the cargo scoop and see what we get. Account equipment. Now what I'm after is chemical manipulators, and this stuff that's spawned is completely random. Sometimes you get the same stuff as chemical processors. But there's about 20 odd different rare items that spawn randomly. So a few log-ons and logs offs, a couple of circuits, and you should have a whole host of rare items that you need for your engineering. It's pretty much that straightforward. Same old circuit. I'll do one more circuit after this one, and then I'll also point out some other good things that you can find on this planet that is specific for exploring. Be careful though, you can get stuck in the buildings. If you do, my best advice is to use your buggy boost to unstick yourself from the buildings, because you can get stuck. Right, that's the circuit done. One more log off, log on, and then I'll show you something else that's handy about this particular system. So you don't have to change modes, you just go back into solo if you prefer solo. I don't want to get any hassle from any people because I've got no weapons, my ship's got no massive shield or armour, so what's the point? Playing solo mode, don't get disturbed. So this is the starting point again then, so into your turret, scan the data point. This is where you get your rare data items from. We had a nice one on the first lap. Let's see what we get this time. Oh, specialised legacy firmware, classified scan database, modifies consumer firmware, lovely jubbly. So that's our rare data collected, and then open the cargo, not handbrake, open the cargo scoop, and we'll just sit round on one last circuit, and I'll show you some other good things about this particular system that we're in, and this planet indeed, for those of you that like exploring. Distillery, they're always handy for your FSD upgrades if you're on like grade 4, access to an engineer. Now you've done the loop. Exchanges, lovely jubbly. Don't want the bombs up the heat veins. That's the other one. Shield meters. Oh, have we got stuck? We have. If anyone wants to come out here and get me off of this. Oh, for heaven's sake. This is what can happen. As you can see, it can be a bit buggy. Ah, no pun intended. But as you can see, I'm now currently stuck within the building. So now we have to try and unfreeze ourselves. So there's a classic example. Not something I wanted to show you right now. So reverse doesn't work. Forwards doesn't work. Boosting isn't working too much either. We may have to go out and back in again and see how that gets us free. It's exactly what I was trying to warn you about. Let's see if we can drive ourselves out with the turret. Nope. Let me free. Yes, this is the price you can pay for farming materials. You get stuck in the buildings. That's the situation right now. Now, if you've got a friend and you're winged, then obviously you can get them to come and push you back out. Um, but sometimes you can end up in this situation, which isn't great. I'm going to try one more time to boost out. I seem to be well and truly stuck, so what I might do is just restart the game in solo, and hopefully that will get me out of this particular situation. Because you don't really want to be self-destructing at this point in time. Boost in all sorts of directions. Not a lot going on. Reverse. Let's take the handbrake off. That might help as well. As you can see, completely stuck. So let's try getting out of here by doing a save and exit to the main menu, and then go back in, and hopefully I will be free of the building. Fingers crossed. Let's see where we end up. No, come on. Oh, fantastic. Well, well, well. Okay, so we're stuck. So whilst we're stuck, let's just show you something else that's useful about this particular system. And that is, I'll go to the local system map and show you when it finally loads. Hello, system map. Thank you. What's also on this planet for you explorers is not only have you got those materials that I've just been showing you, um, which are great for engineering and the data as well, but also you get all these goodies, polonium, niobium, cadmium, germanium, all of those are needed for exploring. And if you want vanadium, there you go, on planet 2 you've got your vanadium as well, cadmium, all great for exploring. So it's a brilliant system to come to, and the system is on the screen now. So it's Hyades sector DRV or DR-V C2-23 and planet A5. The coordinates are on my bookmark, which is there, so you can make a note of those. It's called Hobbs Hope, and it's 44.8 minus 31.3, and that's where you get your engineering materials from. And they just keep respawning every time you relog, and you just do the circuits as I've just done. I think that's long enough for this video, and I'm now stuck in a building, so well quit out, and thanks for watching. Hope you found it useful, and see you on the next tutorial where we talk about engineering our bits for exploring. Thanks for watching, and catch you on the next one soon. Cheers and fly safe, commanders.